Hey, what's up, everybody? It's fragged out, swagged out, and you already know why I'm here. Today, I'm gonna be going over a brand new perfume by Electimuss London. It is their latest release from their noir line, and it is Mercurial Cashmere. There is a bottle. I'm not doing the box, but if you're interested in the box, it is a really pretty looking box. Looks fancy. The cap is heavy. The bottle is heavy. You definitely get the feel that you're getting what you pay for, but that's not the important stuff. We're here for what's inside, so let's go over that. What I will do is spray myself one time there to get reacquainted with that opening. I have the dry down right here, and based on my experience in the last 3 days dealing with this, here's where I'm gonna spend a lot of the time. But that is sexy. That is a beautiful opening. It is unisex. So I'm gonna tell you right now, if you have a significant other or a friend or whatever who likes to smell your perfumes, opposite sex, they're gonna try to use it anyway. Just putting that out there. So I don't always do the notes, but I'm gonna do it today because there's something I really want to stress towards that dry down. So it talks about the top is a citrus spicy top. It has bergamot, cardamom, pink pepper. The heart is a floral amber heart, violet, iris, gray amber, and musk. And the base is a woody gourmand base. They say they have cashmere wood, cedar, oud, and caramel. Personally, to me, everything I just read there, when I read it off the website, sounded amazing. And I was sure that when I put it on skin, it was gonna smell amazing. Now, I will be very direct with you. This smells really, really good from the very, very opening. I don't feel like I get bergamot. I do get a sweetness. It doesn't feel citrusy at all. I kind of get that berry sweetness that you would get from something with more like berries, and that pink peppery smell. Doesn't smell very spicy though. Just fresh, fruity, sweet. And that's gonna last for about the first 15-20 minutes. That's all you're gonna get. Just a burst of really, really sweet berries. It's amazing. I'll tell you right now, it's really amazing. It's very fresh, it's very uplifting, and it projects. My daughter was here a little while ago. She tried it. I walked out the room. When I walked back in, just one spray in her hand, and the area was engulfed in this smell. So it's going to make itself known in the room. But as you move into the heart, you got that gray amber. Now, I really don't know what's gray amber. I know what amber is, and I like ambery fragrances. And it definitely does transition into that sweet ambery smell, where it starts leaning to like an oriental fragrance, and I really like that. It has that sweet opening, that ambery mid, which it just, to be very, very fair with this fragrance, the transitions are there because it's different notes, but this is one of those fragrances that's blended so well that it's hard to really pick out one note at a time. You just know they're all working in unison and making this a very, very pleasurable experience. Now, what I did find interesting is this dry down. When I read this initially, and I see the term woody gourmand base, cashmere wood, cedar, oud, and caramel. Somebody who doesn't like woody fragrances and somebody who doesn't like ouds and it finds those kind of fragrances off-putting might think that they want to stay away from this. And let me tell you something right now. Wrong, wrong, wrong. If anything, I wish that it did have more of a woody and oud kind of base to kind of toughen it up a little bit. Because the reality is this: if you are off-put as a man by fragrances that can lean feminine, it's probably not for you. Me personally, I'm gonna rock whatever I want, and this is definitely something that I'm gonna rock a lot, and I'm gonna rock a lot during the summertime because it's good. It's just good. The opening is amazing, and when you get to the dry down, you might get a little bit of wood just to slightly and even out all the sweetness, but then you're met with that caramel anyway, and that just picks it back up again. So from start to finish, you're getting a fresh, fruity, caramelly, maybe sweet kind of woods in there, ultimately, this is gonna last you hours. Hours. Again, I'm not one of those people who turn on my stopwatch and see when it stops. I know that hours later, I still smell it on me. It projects heavily. It smells heavenly. It's overall a top performer. This is one of those fragrances that I know I currently love. I'm gonna love for a long time, and that 100 ml is gonna last for a while. Now, what I do want to say with this purchase, I did get a couple of samples, and one sample I did want to highlight is Kapua, right there. And even their samples are pretty fancy. And what I do like is their samples have the spray nozzle. I hate when you have to pull out the little tip, and that gets old quick. But if you're into woody, which I am, and if you're into oudi, which I am, and what I kind of thought I was gonna get in this base, and I did not. If there's one complaint I have, is that I feel like I never got that oud. I never got that cashmere and what. Like, I never got that effect at the end. It went from kind of sweet to ambery to caramel. And like I said, there might be a little bit of wood in there to balance it out, so it's not cloyingly sweet, but that's about it for me. So you're never gonna really experience that oud fragrance or that oud note that a lot of people are scared of. So if you don't like oud, try it, and definitely try a sample, because it's definitely not a cheap fragrance. So getting back to Kapua, I like woody fragrances. I like oriental, but I like oud. I like that heavy woody smell and fragrances as long as it's blended right. I don't like that barnyard, that funky stuff. So this one right here, it says it opens with a medicinal top, LMA, and then it moves into a smoky woody heart with cedar, and then a warm woody base, cedar, vetiver, amber, and cashmere wood. Now right here, I do have the dry down, and now I have that opening. Again, when you read certain things and notes and fragrances, you kind of feel like it's going in a particular direction. When I read medicinal top, I'm already getting kind of turned off typically, but it was in the sample. I said, why not? Let me try everything. And when they say medicinal top here, yes, they're talking about a stronger oud, maybe something you expect from a more Middle Eastern company, but I think medicinal is the wrong word, because this is not off-putting, and maybe I'm misinterpreting the term medicinal, and that's fine. But when I think medicinal, I think of harsh, I think of off-putting, I think of fragrances that I smell, put down, and never go back to again. This just gives that really, really authentic, pure oud. You know there's oud in there, there's no mistake. This one right here, kind of questionable in my opinion, but this right here lets you know right off the bat, there is oud in there. It's not off-putting, it's not funky, it's just, it smells of quality woods in there. And yeah, it moves into that cedar, which really smooths it out. So it's never off-putting, but it is strong, not harsh, but strong, sharp, woody smell. And it moves into that cedar, which softens it a little bit, gets a little creamier as it moves into the base. And once you get to the base, you get that vetiver, that amber, and that cashmere wood, which is just an amazing combination. I'm not going to tell you that it's the most original fragrance. I think that if you've dealt with ouds in the past and ambers and that combination of fragrance, you're going to find a lot of things that this could remind you of. But again, with houses like this, it's not just the fragrance they come out with, but the performance, the longevity, how does it project? And it does all those things well. Every sample I have, and I have a couple more that I might go over at another time, but all of them perform really well. All of them have a really amazing fragrance. I didn't ever consider Electimuss because I had heard from other reviewers that it was kind of like an off-brand or kind of like a sidestep from Bodacia Victorious. But this house by itself stands on its own. It's amazing. It's good. It's quality. I know this for myself. There's no question about it. If you are interested in it, I mean, definitely get some samples. The company actually sells sample packs. So get your nose on a couple of them. You figure out what's good for you. But at the end of the day, Electimuss London Mercurial Cashmere, brand new addition to the family over there. It's a great addition. I love it. I think you will too, unless you just don't like good smelling perfumes. And Kapua, for those who like to live on the edge and you like that, you know, playing around with them ouds and the darker, more mysterious notes to set you apart a little bit. You're gonna love this. At the end of the day, if you like ouds, you're gonna love this because it's their own kind of fancy twist to it, and it's just an amazing fragrance. It's definitely one that I do want to pick up down the road. I don't want to do this thing that I always fall into where I buy the exact same house one after the other to have a whole collection of it. So I kind of want to branch out a little bit. I'll be back later to check out the other ones, but this definitely, Kapua will definitely be the next one on my list from this house. Electimuss London, you know, I've never tried any stuff before, but they're a winner in my book so far. That's all I got for you. Fragged out, swagged out, and I'm out.